You are sitting in a garage in Los Altos, California. You are 20 years old. You have no degree, no money, no plan. But there is something in your head that won't leave you alone, a feeling, a certainty, that the machine sitting on that workbench is going to change everything. Most people would call that delusion. You call it Tuesday. You are Steve Jobs, and this is the story of what it cost. Part 1. The obsession. You don't see the world the way other people do. Never have. Where most people see a product, you see a failure waiting to be fixed. Where most people see good enough, you see an insult. The font is wrong. The corner radius is wrong. The sound the device makes when you plug it in, wrong. None of this is negotiable. None of it is minor. To you, every detail is a moral question. This is not a management style. It is not a persona. It is simply how you experience reality. You believe, with a completeness that frightens the people around you, that objects can carry a soul, that the difference between something beautiful and something ordinary is not just aesthetic. It is human. It matters. It always matters. This belief will build the most valuable company in the history of the world. It will also make you almost impossible to be around. Part 2. The Fall. In 1985, Apple fires you. Not a competitor, not a stranger, the company you built, the company with your name on its soul. You are 30 years old. You drive home. The house is quiet. The phone doesn't ring the way it used to. You have more money than you could ever spend. A decade of work that changed the world. And you have no idea what to do tomorrow. You start another company. You buy a small animation studio everyone thinks is a mistake. You keep building, keep moving, because stopping is the one thing you genuinely cannot do. But the rejection doesn't leave you. It sits somewhere underneath everything. Quiet, patient, waiting to become fuel. Part 3. The Return. 1997. Apple is 90 days from bankruptcy. They bring you back. You walk into a company that has lost its way. Dozens of products, no focus, no soul. You sit in meetings and feel the absence of something essential, replaced by committees and compromises and the slow death of too many opinions. You take a whiteboard marker. You draw a 2x2 grid. 4 products. That's it. Everything else? Canceled. The room goes quiet. 3 years later, Apple is the most talked about company in the world again. The wilderness was never the end. It was the education. Part 4. The Products. Then comes the run. The iMac, the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad. Each one arrives like an argument, that people don't know what they want until you show them. That the job of a great product isn't to ask the customer what they need. It's to understand the human being underneath the customer. You stand on stage in a black turtleneck, hold up a rectangle of glass and metal, and tell the world this changes everything. And it does. What the legend leaves out is what it took from everyone around you. Part 5. The Cost. You are not easy. You have never pretended to be. There are engineers who gave years to projects you canceled overnight. People who loved you, who learned the version of you they needed wasn't always available. A daughter you didn't acknowledge for years. A fact that sits in the record like a wound that never fully closes. You justify it by pointing to the work. Look at what we built. Look at what exists that didn't exist before. It does matter. And it isn't enough. Both things are true. You understood this eventually. Too late for some people, right on time for others. Greatness and goodness do not always travel together. Part 6. The Diagnosis. In 2003, they find it. Pancreatic cancer. Treatable if you act now. You wait 9 months. Maybe because you spent your whole life believing reality is negotiable. That if you push hard enough, the outcome changes. This time, it doesn't. You fight. You work. You stand on stage and announce the iPhone while carrying something the audience can't see. You run Apple through surgeries and recoveries that would have ended most people. But in the end, the biology wins. On October 5th, 2011, you die at home in Palo Alto. You are 56 years old. The last word anyone reports you saying, looking past the room, past the people gathered around you, is, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow." Nobody knows what you saw, but it sounds like someone who spent their whole life chasing something extraordinary and finally, at the very last moment, found it. You were Steve Jobs, brilliant, difficult, visionary, cruel, tender, relentless. You believed the people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. You were right.